Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of Keeping It Real with Strix. So I'm actually recording this about an hour and a half after finishing episode 2 and uploading it. That's like 45 minutes to upload, and the rest of that time has been spent mining and grabbing one unknown signal that popped up right between me and my stone quarry. Uh, so that did help me with some parts. I would have gone and gotten the other one, but it's a ways off, and I was in the middle of mining when it was first there. I actually want to be moved over a bit this time so I can actually get around easily. I've already switched my tools. Look at me thinking ahead. But I do need to get these items back into the build planner because I took it off. But hey, I've got over 5,000 iron in here now. I have a bunch of gravel on me and I'm out of room for gravel. So I'll just put it back in there. Let's see, this is missing a bit of things, but not too much. Technically speaking, I already got a bunch of the parts from the unknown signal that I picked up, supply pod, that showed up like literally right out there. But I just disassembled them because it takes up less space to hold the ingots than all those parts. And I don't even have a cargo container yet, so space is at a premium. Doubly so since I am also on realistic. So I have 0 carry room. 400 liters, that's it. That's nothing. Really makes me want to get to a point where I can print out my Apollodorus vanilla version. Sadly, it would have to be the vanilla version because I don't have all of the mods that are required. Okay, what are you making that has you doing that so much? Oh, I already had it in my build planner. So I just made a bunch of stuff I didn't need. I already had that put in, so let's just put this back and disassemble that. Sure, it costs power, but I need the ingots right now more than I need the wrong parts. Power is something I'll be fixing soon. But first I'm wanting to solve a couple other little issues. At least for the short term. Let's see. I don't need those on there anymore. I'll keep those for now. I need to look at cargo and batteries. Wow, are you ever going to load up? Thank you. So the cargo container is going to cost 4 metal grids. I have 3.8 cobalt. That is not much at all. And these are 3 cobalt apiece. So I need cobalt before I can do that. Alright. So noted. I thought I just heard... I guess they're using the same sound for the unidentified signal and the unknown signals. Because I could have swore I just heard another unknown signal coming down. But I did not. In any case, didn't really have cobalt nearby. Well, I can't really carry it on this. Let's go ahead and get these out of here, and we'll just put those in the refinery for now. Whoops. Then I'll move these ingots over manually. The survival kit. I'm going to need like 20-ish more steel plates. Let's just go ahead and queue up 20. And that will make up the difference between the small grid and the large grid. We just go ahead and fill my O2H2 first.
Inventory full.
Inventory full. You're telling me it's full, but it's not showing as full. Oh, it's too full for what's there. So let's grab our kit. And we'll just slap that on the end here. And move up everything over piece by piece there. So let's see. It's actually 14 that I needed. That's fine. Because I can get... What? Oh, it was 24 that I needed. 14 for this. So I need 18 more. Let's just go ahead and do another 20. Mixing all of my numbers up everywhere. In any case, now we have a survival kit on the main base. And now it will be completed. And I should be able to complete my basic assembler as well. And still have 2.6K left over and some steel plates that I don't directly need. I'm going to need interior plates for what I'm placing next. So let's just get one of those. Because I'm going to put a medium cargo container in here. It won't be actually tied to anything. That's fine though. I just need one of those and one more of these flats on the other side. So I guess I do need one steel. Let's see. Cargo containers. Not the small. There we go, the medium. And just slot you in there for right now. And then over here I need Flatmo. Flat atmospheric D shape. Not the small though, the large. I need the large. Large flat atmospheric D shape. And go ahead and attach that right here. Right click both of those. I do have them both in the build planner now. And shift middle mouse click to put that into the build planner. And I have everything I need except for the cobalt. But that's fine. If I can get it most of the way up and running, the medium cargo container doesn't require those grids. So the medium cargo container I'll have. I just won't have my additional flat atmospheric. So I will not be able to fill up this medium cargo container. But I'll be able to get some in it. And that's better than nothing. It's a lot better than what I can carry, which is the aforementioned nothing. And hey, just in time for another drop coming down. That's a long ways off. I do not think I have the safe battery capacity to make it there and back. Which I'm thinking more and more if I even want to have this battery remaining from this ship at all. I might just put a connector on here and discharge the battery once I know I have the materials needed to build another ship and just rebuild. Because it's going to be yelling at me the whole time about it being an unowned grid or spawn grid, either or. Let's not fall in the hole. Or off the side either, actually, come to think of it. Okay. Now, I did also pick up a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but a bit of ice in here, 1.9K, so I don't really need any ice when I get over there. I'm just going to be clearing some stuff out of the way and getting to cobalt, because that's what I need right this moment. Okay, ore detector on, and it was off this direction, brake off. Can hold Alt and zoom out to be able to see which one it was. Okay, it's over that away. Pick up speed a bit. No need to be cruising so slow. Other than the fact that this thing is just really slow. Iron, nickel. There's cobalt here too. Where is that at? Here we go. Cobalt. So I want to be just past where I'm seeing it listed. At about the closest point I can get to it. Alright, there we go. And I'll turn on my antenna so it's still showing me where everything is. And about 21 meters down, we've got cobalt. Now, my current craft no longer can refill my hydrogen, but I do have the O2H2 generator on board still with a hydrogen bottle, so I'm not that afraid of just coming straight down and flying back up. So let's go ahead and see if I can focus on cobalt. It's not going to take that much for what I need, but I do need a bit. And no, it's not going to let me focus anything. It's a teeny tiny hole. So let's just go back up, drop this off. Grab that piece of cobalt. May as well grab the rest, why not? I don't need that much though. Just a little bit. If I could get around 1,000 ore for cobalt, I'll be happy. Because that'll cut down to more than enough. Maybe I should have cleared deeper before stopping. Because I've got all this stone and ice in my way. Oh, it's actually less than fall distance. So let's go ahead and clear one more chunk. Alright, that gives me a better view of just cobalt. Does it actually give me just cobalt though? No, it's still giving me a bunch of stone too.
Inventory full.
Guess there's just no avoiding it here. For the moment. But this should be enough to get a cargo container up and running and this thing. So let's get back in here. Oh, well first, let's just go ahead and mark this. I want to change this to EPS for Earth Planet Surface. New from current position, EPS, cobalt. Alright, so I don't need ore detector or antenna anymore. And let's head back to the Strix home. I still have my light on. Whoops. And you can see that with the bottom left. It has helmet, jetpack, broadcast, and light are the top 4 buttons there. Go ahead and get in here and park. Obviously, I left behind yet another detached landing gear. So let's figure out a way to wiggle in here and not have to deal with that. The ship is heavy. I did not mean to come down that fast. But let's just grab the cobalt and get that into the refinery. That's going to take a bit. Cobalt is slow. Very slow. Especially in a basic refinery. But it will get done. Put that in my inventory so I can recharge as needed. I also found the Sabroid plushie in the one supply pod that I went to. Cut those down real quick. Get this cutaway. And let's see, almost enough cobalt for another grid. There we go. I'm surprised I still haven't seen any wolves. I know I turned them on, but I guess I'll have to check next time I'm loading up the game, just to make sure. Because I figured they'd be coming after me. Oh, it already has all the motors it needs. Why did you give me an additional motor? You are a bizarre device. I just need one more grid for it to finish. So, just a little bit more cobalt. About 0.8. There we go. Now I've got both of these set up. And I can actually fly with a full load. Again, still very slow, but I can do it. And it keeps giving me the motors because it thinks I need them, but I don't. So I'm just going to get rid of all that. Ah, see, therein lies a problem. This is not enough power to run both machines. So while that's running cobalt, this is going to have a hard time making anything. But I'm going to need, for the cargo container, 4 of the grids. So I need 12 cobalt to be completed. So I guess in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and go get into some iron That could be useful. Now that I can fly with a full load. Head back over this direction. Turn my ore detector back on. I do have a bunch of stuff still in here. I didn't pull out the stone. I didn't pull out the ice. Well, it looks like there's close point right off the bat over here for the iron. Let's not tilt so much. Maybe I won't drift down into the ground to my death. Let's go ahead and land here on my 2 little functional landing gear. Helps if I remember to switch things around. And I guess I don't need that until I'm less than 30%, so I'll put that away. Alright, so iron. You're only about 12 meters down. That looks alright. I'll take 12 meters down. Because that's nowhere near far enough for me to actually take any serious fall damage. A little bit more through it. Let's see what I can get for iron.
Inventory full.
Looks very nice. I will be able to get plenty of iron here.
Inventory full.
Of course, I have to do a million trips, but you know.
Inventory full.
Whoop. Let's try not to fall right back down in the hole. Okay, how much iron did I just get there? 3.4k. So already have a nice bit of iron. There was also nickel over here on the way to the cobalt. And I want to go ahead and grab a bit of that. If I can see it and find it. It is not showing up. Just keep seeing ice and iron. Now I see the cobalt. I know there was nickel here. Must be deep. Yeah, it just must be too deep for my little drill to find. I need that bottle now. I accidentally turned off my broadcast. Let's not do something so silly as that. And maybe let's go see if I can find that nickel. Because I'm going to need a bit of that as well. But again, no. GPS, EPS, FE, or iron. And we'll just cruise over this way a bit because it says nickel. It must be pretty deep though, because I wasn't able to find it when walking over this very direction. Let's make sure it's directly behind me. Try not to break those, but you know, it's probably going to happen eventually. Helps if I have the antenna on, so it's pointing out where that is. Okay, yeah, iron. Where's the nickel? There's the nickel. Yeah, it says it's only 12 meters down. I should have been able to see that. Silly nickel hiding from me. Let's just go one more down. There. And grab some nickel. Don't need much of this either.
Inventory full.
Because, again, it's very slow. Let's just go ahead and mark that real quick. And what do I have here? 866. I do need more than that. That should probably be good. What, that's already full? That's already full. Okay. Wow. At least I can fly with a full load. I spun all the way around, didn't I? Indeed I did. There we go. That's the direction I want to go. Back to my little home front. I can turn those off. I can turn off all of these coordinates, actually. And it will be good to get rid of the respawn pod coordinate as well once I'm finally able to get rid of that ship, which should be fairly quickly. But first things first, I need an operational battery and cargo container, and probably to get up one more wind turbine at least. Well, something sounded noisy in here. Alright, so I've got the cobalt I need to be able to make my cargo container. Let's just go ahead and throw that in there. Throw the rest of this in my cockpit. And it would help to switch the tools. Not the gun. As fun as the gun can be, not the gun. I need one interior plate to get started. Not disassembling, assembling. And one steel plate. Because I need both of these things. But I think first I need the cargo container. So let's just go ahead and pull that up. If it will behave for half a second. Shift middle mouse click. And let's see. I'll put the battery over here in this corner in the floor. I like floor batteries. And I'll get that as soon as the cargo container is up. Which we have enough stuff to get the cargo container, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to tap that to put those items in without messing with it. Still try to think how far apart these need to be for optimal. Actually, is that one even at optimal where it's at? Yes, it is optimal. It's giving kind of crap output right now. Alright, there's the small cargo container complete. Let's go ahead and right click this now so that we can get that queued up right away. .5 kilometers. I can probably make it to that one. So we'll go ahead and check that out as well. But in the meantime, I have that now put together with a cargo container. So let's start grabbing stuff to throw in the cargo container. Wow, I did grab a lot of iron very quickly. And it'll get chewed up pretty quickly too. Just need to be able to find silicon for the time being. Oh, you don't have the iron you need. Okay, so let's just turn that off, that on. It's already pulled all of that, so let's just move things around a little bit. Already have a bunch of cobalt, so let's, yeah. There we go. That will work better. And we will let that get finished with cutting down at least some of the iron. Well, we need 1,800 iron ingots. So wait for it to be somewhere around there. It is cutting it up pretty good. It's not as good as I would like. But we're still moving things around at the moment. I've got a bunch of gravel I don't want in my cargo here. The Sabaroid. And a bunch of ice. Not sure where I'm going to be putting the O2H2 generator over here. The vast majority of these blocks are temporary. Like the cargo container is going to stay. All of the other 3 blocks over here are going to be cut up eventually. How's the refinery doing? It has close to half of the iron needed. And it's giving out a decent amount of power, but let's see. The refinery requires the input that it has right now. The assembler requires a little bit less. So yeah, if I had 2 of them, it would be able to keep up all right. Already have refinery pulled up over here. But let's go ahead and turn on the basic assembler. It's gonna chop everything up, but it'll keep working at it. Did I have anything else to pull out? Oh, that's gonna be noisy. That's gonna be very noisy. Okay, so we're waiting for computers, construction components, and power cells. Which is mostly waiting for iron. So, turn that off again, let the refinery run some more. I might need to go and grab more iron, and I think I will just go ahead and do that. Now that I've got this empty and can carry more. Just fly right on over here. Well, I guess let's check this unknown signal too, because that's going to be some iron. And then we can get iron on the way back with whatever space is left. That's going to be just a little ways out to get over there. At least my brakes are much better than my forward thrust. Let's see, this looks like it's on the hill over here. Go on ahead and move in towards it. Is it on the hill or under the hill? Because I'm not seeing it yet. Oh, there we go. It's a hopper. I'll just grab some of the scrap metal that it threw down. Control Z. And that attaches you to its grid. Just don't let it slam you down. As it tried to do me there. Alright, so you just stay down here. I'll be right back down with my ship. Because I am not flying back and forth with parts. It went all the way down the hill. Right there. And yes, that red spot in the ground, since I just got over here next to it, is indeed iron. I was just curious. Let's go ahead and put that down. Oh yay, after I make one of those, you give me another one. How nice of you. I will put that away though, just in case. Along with all your scrap. Speaking of scrap, let's just take this thing down. Because this is a decent bit of metal plates and other things. Thought that was a light for a second. Drop all that off. So these are incredibly useful early game, and honestly, they do have useful stuff in them. They'll drop cash, tools, parts. They're worth it all the time, depending on whether you're busy right now or not, I would say. If you're deep in the middle of something, you got little time, then screw going over to them. If you do have the time, though, extra parts are always good. I don't know, I go back and forth on these things. Sometimes I love them, sometimes they annoy me. It seems that they haven't really updated this along with the rest of what they did for Contact. Come on. I haven't seen any new ones yet anyway. But, you know, I don't have that much playtime in me since Contact came out. Only about 8 hours or so. Let's see. Finicky pieces, let me grind you. Annoying the piss out of me. Almost done. There we go. There's all of that. And I still have a bit of room for iron. So let's fly back to that. Speaking of fly, if I had a fly swatter in here, this one that's annoying me would be very dead. Go away. Landing on my hands, landing on my face. Most annoying bugs in existence. Oh, there's my cigarettes, way over there. Speaking of way over there, this is quite the little flight. Why is it telling me about the ice? My ore detector is not on. So I think I'm going to park over here and I'm going to fly over real quick and see if it has cut down that iron yet. It should have. And switch what machines are on. And then fly back in mine. Yeah, I did grab my bottle. I really do want to check out one of these Contact unidentified signals. But I'm not terribly good at building fighter craft and such. I'll figure out something though, I'm sure. Maybe I just figure out a good remote control drone fighter and a carrier that can print them and just sit back and keep throwing drone fighters at it until I win. That could work. I'm pretty good at building remote drones. Okay, you have cut down all that you were working on that I needed for iron, yes. Okay, assembler. Go. That is still not enough iron. But let's go ahead. Basic refinery off, basic assembler on. And fly back over here. Because need more iron. Bounce, bounce. And let's go ahead and put this in there. I might need it again. It's not showing me my hole, but I remember where it is. Let's just get lots of iron in the hole and then make several trips back and forth. Fill up that cargo and cockpit and carry back every little tiny bit that I can. I think that sounds like a winning plan to get enough iron.
Inventory full.
I don't even know why I'm turning off the jetpack.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
As long as I'm keeping an eye on my hydrogen, I'll be fine.
Inventory full.
Which does remind me, the next craft that I put together, I want to make sure that it is able to refill my hydrogen from the cockpit. If I were not on the Earth-like planet, I would also want to make sure it could refill my oxygen, but you know, we've got plenty of oxygen here. Let's see, that's almost full. I can fit a little bit more. And then I've got a little bit of space in the cockpit. And then my tiny inventory. So let's see if this is enough to fill all that up.
Inventory full.
Whee! How's this one doing? Oh, that's half full. It can handle a little more. But I do need room for tools, so let's just...
Inventory full.
There we go. Could have swore I just heard something other than me walking around. But I see nothing. Ah, grand desolation. There is another unknown signal up there. I don't think I'm going to go for that one. I think I'm just going to finish up the battery and then actually call this one for the day, because between episode 2 and episode 3, I've made one full episode today, I think, somewhere around there. But I want to get this battery up and running and maybe look at getting a wind turbine up. That should be pretty easy to do. They're not terribly expensive. I do have to be careful here. This is a pretty heavy ship compared to what these little thrusters can do. Sure, they're large flat thrusters, but the flat thrusters are pretty underpowered. Definitely underwhelming. But I like them. They look nice. They work. Let's just go ahead and grab all of my iron ore and dump it. Switch the basic assembler off, refinery on. Refinery, you need to be doing iron first. Oh, I've got a ton of iron I can drop off in here. Ah! Quit bugging me, bug. It's just one fly has noticed that I've turned on the heat in here and that he can still survive in here, and has come to live with me and annoy the crap out of me. But I was able to go through one direction but not the other. That's hilarious. Okay, grab my tools. I just grabbed both of those, didn't I? Nope, I just grabbed one. Alright. So yeah, it's just computers and power cells now. Which this probably has some of, but it actually has a little bit of the power cells now. Forgot I could actually grab from all the way over here at this point. Middle mouse click to grab items from my build planner that it has. So I have all the computers now. It's just these power cells. and it's just the 15 power cells that are in there. It needs 150 iron to complete that. So I definitely have that. Let's just move that over. Basic refinery off, basic assembler on. And then as soon as I grab those, I'll be able to turn on the refinery as well, because I'll have the battery to pick up the slack. So just 9 more power cells. And then I need to build that out further. And I think I actually want that half block on the end that starts the tower up. I want to replace that with a full block and have it anchored in the ground. I just think it'll look better. And there we go. Now the battery is on. I can just go to the refinery and turn that on. Get this welded the rest of the way up. All right. So over here, I'm gonna need 30 steel plates, and I think I still need, let's call it 30 interior plates. I have almost enough iron for that. Oh, I definitely have enough iron for that. It's just in the refinery. Okay, so I don't need that, or that anymore. I do need that for the half armor slopes, or for the half armors and slopes. Let's go number 4 for a full block and just place that right there. That will anchor these two together so that I don't need that to hold them. So I can go ahead and throw that down there. Now I don't need that. And that looks much better. And let's see, number 6, down a couple times to get to the half armor. Yeah, let's try 8 and see if that works. So I'll go full block here. And then try to match that one in height. So one more up. There we go. Now I wonder if that's actually going to match up properly. I guess we will see. Let's grab that and put it on there. This one should still read optimal. If that still reads optimal, it should be good. So let's go back to wind. That is optimal. This one won't tell me at all until I get it finished. But of course, I need my bottle first. Put those away for just the moment. Don't know why I'm looking in there. Bottle's in here. Because I'm nearly out of H2 and I have to fly up and down a million times now. Alright, so let's grab what I can grab. That was it. Shift tab, put the rest in. 336. I've got 900 in there, so yeah. This is working out perfectly. While it's making those parts, let's grab... Oh, I don't have any interior plates anymore. Other than the ones being made right now, which I need to complete that. Wow. Okay, fine. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12. And then these are 7 apiece. So the inside will be 6, so I need 24 more interior plates to lay this out, it looks like. It's got all of my parts now. So let's get more wind power going. It looks like I may have actually chosen the right distance first try. I'm surprised in myself. Let's see. Wind, not wand. Yep, both are optimal and kicking out their maximum kilowattage. Beautiful. So how is the battery doing? Fully recharged in 7 hours, and that's with everything doing its business here. Let's see, we needed 24 interior plates to finish off the floor, if my mathing was anywhere near correct. And that was completely ignoring that I have a battery in part of the floor here. Flip that round. I was short by 1. Story of my life. Short by 1 at all times. There we go. So now I have a floor that I can weld together next episode. I'll also be able to start working towards rebuilding this, because I think that should be the next goal. I've got all the basic stuff set up to be able to do that. So yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more of what I'm getting up to, there is always the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.